He may no longer be the head of state, but that's not stopping former President Bharat Jagdeo from dealing personally with many of the affairs of state. Since leaving office following the November elections, the former president has been keeping a relatively low-key public profile. But he has been busy behind the scenes, dealing with a number of government programs and even chairing meetings with government agencies about those recent budget cuts. Government sources have told Capital News that Mr. Jagdeo has been meeting regularly with the persons in charge of the government's one laptop per family project. And in fact, he is seen and is being treated as the head of that project. Just recently, he called and chaired a meeting with all of the key players involved in that project, including the president's son, Alexei Ramatar, and information liaison to the president, Kwame McCoy. The two supervise the project in its current stage. At that particular meeting, the former president raised concern over the hiring of a number of persons seen as youth leaders, pointing out to the young Ramatar and McCoy that he was not made aware of any hiring and it should not have taken place. He is usually present at most of the key government meetings involving that one laptop per family project, the source said. But it's not the only meeting the former president has been presiding over, although he has no known official role or position in the current government. Just after the budget cuts, a meeting was called with various heads of government agencies, and many of the attendees to that meeting were left surprised and puzzled when the former president turned up to go through just how some of them might be affected by the cuts and what plans they have in place to deal with its impact. There are also reports that the former president sat in on a subcommittee meeting at the office of the president, which overlooks infrastructure development. And at the meeting with the contractors, a number of them were reined in about the quality of work they had done and the length of time some of the work was taking to be completed. Jagdeo, who served as president from 1999 to 2011, had indicated upon leaving office that although he would not take up an appointment in the cabinet, he would be willing to serve in an advisory role from time to time on various issues. He has been attending a number of international meetings on climate change since leaving office. All of those trips have been funded by the government of Guyana.